Okay, I think we are ready to get our Facebook Live celebration started. So for those of you that just jumped on the platform, hi, I am Gina Sunderland. I am the Food and Consumer Relations Specialist, dietitian with Manitoba Chicken Producers, and I am so happy to welcome all of you to our National Chicken Month Facebook Live. September is Chicken Month, and it's a wonderful opportunity to thank all of our local farmers that provide us with nutritious chicken year-round. And I couldn't be more delighted to be joined by one of our very own farmers. I am joined here by Claudia Woolman, and she is a Manitoba chicken farmer. So I'm going to let you introduce yourself and share a little bit about your story.
Hi, I'm Claudia Woolman. I am a chicken farmer, a Manitoba chicken farmer. And me, my husband, Michael, and I, we own and operate Golden Belle Chicks. We've owned it for about 4 years now, and we produce chickens for meat. And we have 3 boys. Lance is 10, Ethan is 7, and Jamie is 4. And being, it's actually great being a family and being able to own and operate a chicken farm and getting the boys involved and getting them to help out with chores.
Perfect.
And they love it. And they actually really love tagging along with mom and dad. And they're great little helpers. So it's great to be a family-owned farm, which is majority of our farms actually are owned by families.
True, 97% of Manitoba chicken farmers are family-owned and operated, just like you and your husband, Michael.
Yeah.
And I am extremely excited because we are going to take everyone to see your beautiful farm in a few minutes. So just before we do that, though, Claudia and I have a couple fabulous recipes to share. We are going to start. So tonight is all about these delicious new flatbreads that you can find on manitobachicken.ca. So our first one is our barbecue chicken flatbread. Something we were talking about, Claudia, is that we love to cook up, a pan of that beautiful chicken on the weekend or roast a couple chickens, and then there's just so many things you can do with that leftover chicken, and we're going to show everyone a couple great ways to repurpose those chicken leftovers tonight. So we're going to start with these wonderful flatbreads. So our barbecue chicken flatbread, you can buy flatbreads pretty much anywhere. You can use pitas, you can use naan like we're going to use for our next recipe. But the way this one gets started is I'm going to have you add about 2/3 of a cup of your favorite barbecue sauce to 2 cups of cooked shredded chicken. Perfect, that looks great. And I'm just gonna put a little bit barbecue sauce on this flatbread. So get this going. That looks good. Oh, it smells good too.
It does smell good, yeah.
All right, Claudia, so I'm gonna get you to add that chicken to our flatbread, and we are just gonna layer the flavors on with this recipe. Well, that is looking so good. You know what? I had flatbreads for lunch, but now I'm getting hungry again too. I think I could eat these every day.
Really good, yes.
Really delicious. And the thing is, these make such a quick meal. And you were talking too about how you like to get your boys involved with the cooking too.
Yes.
So this would be something.
This would definitely be something that I can feed them or quickly make up after when they get home from school. And
right.
Yeah.
It's perfect for busy families like yours where kids have all kinds of activities and that going on. Okay, so I'm gonna have you add 1/2 cup of bacon, so we just keep building flavors. Now, I'm gonna use jalapeno peppers, but you can use your own favorite sweet pepper if you want, or you can skip it altogether. My kids have only recently started eating peppers. They're in their early 20s, so it's delicious if you like it, but that's the great thing about making your own homemade food, right?
Yeah.
Is you can add ingredients that you like or you can swap them out. Okay, so this recipe has 2 kinds of cheese. That is our traditional mozzarella that's often added to pizzas and flatbreads. And then we've also got a cup of smoked Gouda, and you can use any other favorite cheese. These look good. And Claudia, I'm excited because right away, as soon as we get almost finished with this, we are gonna take people over to 3 of your colleagues' Manitoba chicken farms. So our last ingredient here is just a little bit of sweet red onion. Okay, so we are going to introduce everyone right away to Stacy and Nathan Martins, and they are going to share with everyone the importance of animal care. And then we're going to meet Andrew Reimer. He's a 5th generation chicken and grain farmer. He's going to share with everyone why it is so important to our producers to give back to the community through our Caring for Communities program in partnership with Manitoba Harvest. And then we are going to meet Kelvin and Kayla and family, and they're going to talk about the importance of sustainability in farming and why Manitoba chicken farmers feel it is so important to practice sustainable farming practices. Okay, so we're going to take it away to our wonderful farmers.
Nathan had loved farming, Nathan loves animals, Nathan loves taking care of animals. When the opportunity came to farm, we thought this is a lifestyle we want for our children.
It's been a great experience. Learning how to care for the birds, being gentle, what to watch for, the feed and the water, the air quality. Yeah, the kids are picking up on that so fast. The animal care program in Canada is fantastic. Number one, I think it unifies all of us Canadian producers under the same standard. It makes us very purposeful. We're audited by a third-party auditor, and with that, we have a consistent management practice throughout the producer group. There's about 2,800 producers in Canada, and we're privileged to be one of them. It's all very recorded and regulated, and it's just become the way of life for us, and we enjoy it, and it gives us confidence in what we do.
I think the chicken that we raise is healthy and the animals are so well taken care of. It is an excellent source of protein for our family.
What I enjoy most about farming is the variety of work that I do. I get to create something out from scratch, get to produce a product that other people can enjoy, whether it is the grain that I grow on my land or the chicken that we grow in our barns. I'm Andrew. I am a fifth-generation chicken and grain farmer in southeast Manitoba. I farm together with my wife Jen, my parents Ken and Geraldine, and my brother Joseph. I have 4 kids myself, and I think of other families that might not be able to provide for their children, and I can't imagine how it feels not to be able to feed them nutritious meals every single day. So the Caring for Communities program is facilitated by Manitoba chicken producers, and what they do is they dedicate a certain amount of chickens per cycle that we want to donate to the Caring for Communities program. Those get placed in our barn, they get processed by our local processor and shipped directly to Harvest Manitoba for distribution. I feel extremely proud that Manitoba chicken producers came up with this Caring for Communities program, that I get to be part of a larger giving community. I'm just a small part of it, but I got lots of local farmers, neighbors in our community that are also giving to this cause, and I'm proud that we can support Harvest Manitoba in this way.
My name is Kelvin. I farm with my wife Kayla and our 4 girls, as well as my parents, my mom and dad. We have a mixed farm in south central Manitoba, south of Winnipeg. Our part of chicken farming is quite unique compared to a lot of other chicken farms in Manitoba. We have hatching eggs that are produced by our chickens. We have hens and roosters in the barn. The hens lay eggs that are fertilized. They get shipped to a hatchery where they hatch into chicks. Those chicks then go to many other farms across Manitoba where they are raised into chickens for meat. We have the birds that are essentially the parents of the chickens that are raised for meat on our farm. Our birds are free run, and so they can run around in the barn, and as you can see, the hens and roosters are free to go wherever they want in the barn. I think on the environmental side of things, where we have animals in a barn like this, it is efficient from an emissions perspective, and we've seen major reductions in the greenhouse gas emissions from chicken production in Canada over the past number of decades. We take pride in taking care of them and making sure that all their needs are met and that they are comfortable in the barn.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Wasn't that beautiful to see those gorgeous family-owned farms and all the care that's taken in farming? Well, we are so excited that we have a fantastic prize pack this evening. We have 3 prize packs to give away. So just for watching this Facebook Live, staying tuned into the end and asking Claudia or myself a question in the comments box, you will be entered into a prize draw this evening. I will be sending you a direct message to let you know that you have been a winner. You'll receive a $50 grocery gift card, as well as this exclusive, wonderful Manitoba chicken swag, like our digital meat thermometer, our beautiful silicone barbecue oven glove, and a few other treats like our meat safe cutting board and our Now You're Cooking with Manitoba Chicken education and recipe booklet. But before we go into our next recipe, Claudia and I have been doing a little bit of chatting as we watch those beautiful farm videos. And I have a few questions for Claudia that I want to ask her so you can hear the answer and learn more from our expert farmer here. So Claudia, first of all, what is your absolute favorite part about being a chicken farmer?
I guess my favorite part is actually the excitement of before the chicks arrive, and just having to prep the barn there, and then when the chicks arrive, then it's just a busy time, and being able to get the kids involved again, and prepping the barn and walking the barn, and then even just while walking the barn, I guess it's a proud moment where we are producing healthy, quality, good protein for your family and for my family, and we take pride in it. I mean, we wouldn't do what we do if we didn't enjoy it, right? So this is one of the things that we love, is just being able to provide chicken for our family or for our fellow Manitobans.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Such an important job. Feeding Manitobans local food, high quality, best quality chicken in the world. And it takes a lot of care and a lot of time and a lot of dedication. We're lucky to have people like you that have dedicated their lives to this job. It's not a 9-to-5 job. It's 365 days a year. So a big thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does take a lot of time, where like every day it's not just, like you said, it's not just a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
It's an everyday.
Right.
Yeah. And some people even said, like, oh, do you guys get to take holidays or take the weekend off? And it's like, no,
no, you don't.
We gotta have to stay on the farm. They need us just as much.
Yeah, you're checking on those birds several times a day, you said.
Yeah, we check twice a day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So what would you say is the biggest myth that you get asked as a chicken farmer? Like, is there a misconception out there about chicken farming or how chickens are raised?
There's a few, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
One of them is if our chickens are fed steroids or hormones, and the answer is no. It's actually banned and it's illegal in Canada, and it has been since the 1960s. Another one is, what was the other one again? About why chickens are raised in barns, and the misconception that people have about how the chickens are raised. Yeah. Yes, that's right. So our chickens are free run, so they have free access to feed and water, and they roam around free run, and they are not in any cages. They actually have full access to.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a happy life, and they get to run around those beautiful modern barns that are so nicely controlled for light, temperature, all those wonderful things. So much care and science really goes into chicken farming.
Yes.
It's very different than what people might imagine, right? It's not like a backyard coop. It's a business. It's an important business.
Yeah.
I know another one. I get asked this a lot. Some people are in the grocery stores and they see packages that says grain fed. So does that mean that that's the only chicken that's grain fed? Maybe you can share a little bit more with us about that, Claudia.
Well, actually, all of the chickens in Canada are grain fed. In fact, we give them a healthy, nutritious diet, a grain-based diet, which is consumed of wheat and corn and soybeans, and then they're also given minerals and vitamins to make sure that they have a nutritious meal every single day, so that they can grow and become.
Right. And there's a lot of research that goes into that too. You work with animal nutritionists and veterinarians. It's not just a simple diet. It's really, really scientifically derived to ensure that they're healthy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Okay, well, those are really important pearls of farming information that I'm sure many people are not aware of, right?
Right.
So all chicken is grain fed, whether it says it or not. You can pick up that fresh local chicken and enjoy it because it's super high quality chicken. So we are going to move right along into what we would call the super simple recipe here. And Claudia and I can attest this is simple and delicious. Sometimes the simplest things are the most delicious things. So again, we're using that leftover cooked chicken. And I just want to encourage everyone to stay tuned because after we make this wonderful flatbread recipe, our butter chicken flatbread, you are going to have a chance to go right on to Golden Belle Chicks and meet Claudia and her whole family and see their beautiful farm. Okay, Claudia, so I'm going to get you to be my sous chef here and help me out. So this is prepared butter chicken sauce. You can get this in the international section of any grocery store. It is so yummy and so easy. Butter chicken is trendy. Everyone loves it. We were saying even our kids love it. Okay, so that looks good already, and oh my goodness, it smells good. So these are just purchased naan breads. You can get them again at any local grocery store bakery. Yep, you could even use pita bread or pizza crust, whatever you want to do. Okay, good job. Looks delicious. And Claudia and I can attest to this is good, but boy, this is so quick and easy.
It smells delicious.
So yeah, about 2 larger naans or about 4 smaller naans you can use to make this recipe. Good hot or cold, great for a lunch, dinner, or snack. Great in the lunchbox. Wonderful fall recipes for everyone to try, our flatbreads. Okay, Claudia, so we are just gonna layer on that delicious cheese. We've got our mozzarella cheese here. Both these recipes are so simple. You set your oven to 400 degrees and you bake these for about 8 to 12 minutes, depending on your oven. As soon as the cheese is nice and bubbly, they are ready to come out. If you want, you can put a little bit of hot chili pepper flakes on these flatbreads. And when they come out of the oven, you can add a little bit of fresh cilantro or fresh parsley, and it's just that simple. So now I'm excited. We are gonna take you to 2 more chicken farms here in Manitoba. We are gonna introduce you to Jake and Justin Weib, and they are going to share why they love farming together as a family, multi-generations working together. And then we are going to finish off our on-farm virtual tour with taking you to Golden Belle Chicks to meet Claudia's children and her husband and see their beautiful farm. So away we go.
Having family to share the good times, to share the work, to talk about values in life is just a great thing to be able to participate in. My name is Jake Weib. I'm farming here near New Bothwell with my wife Lorraine and our family, our daughter and son-in-law and their kids, as well as our son and daughter-in-law and their kids.
Technology has helped. We can detach from the barn at times and still be able to monitor on our smartphones, and that has helped. We can be out on the yard with the kids and still be connected. This chart shows our water consumption versus the curve.
We know that the 3 things the animals need in the barn is air, feed, water. Air, feed, water, it's really a simple thing, sounds very simple, but if you manage those 3 well, they grow well, they perform well. We used to not be able to track what we were doing in the barn as quickly as we can today. When our kids were growing up, we did a lot of things together here as well, and so they enjoyed the work. They remembered the work as the good times. They're just trying to emulate the same thing for their families, and we're just enjoying watching this cycle repeat itself.
That was my dream. It was my dream to be a farmer. The background and the lifestyle. Hi, I'm Claudia.
Hi, and I'm Michael.
And we're the Woman family. We just go walk to the barn and we check on our chickens to make sure that they have access to food and water. And we check for the temperature, if that's correct, and check the humidity. And just to make sure that our chickens are healthy and happy. They're running free with no cages. It's important for us to include our family in it and just to get them involved and understand where chicken comes from.
That's actually a family going home, and they're going to cook a delicious meal and they're going to enjoy it amongst their family, and we take a lot of pride in that people are feeding their family, and it's a healthy source of protein.
Produced at home and stays at home.
Well, oh my goodness, that was so lovely to have that opportunity to see your farm again. It's been such a privilege for me to be able to go onto so many of our producers' farms and learn from our farmers where chicken comes from and how much care and pride is taken in providing that healthy local source of protein that we have access to year-round. So I really want to thank you, Claudia. That was really beautiful to see your farm. And so now we are going to turn the floor over to questions. So I need to take a peek at my phone to see what questions all of you had. And just for asking us a question, you will be entered into our prize draw. So just let me take a peek here. Okay. My goodness, we have a lot of questions. Okay. We have a question about our flatbreads, Claudia. The question is from Ivy, and she's asking if we can freeze our flatbreads already done up with toppings. You absolutely can. You can make a dozen of these and stack them up in your freezer, and I have even made them and cooked them and then frozen them. And that's really quick too. They heat up in the oven beautifully. So that's a perfect question. Oh, I have a question about how long you can freeze chicken for. Well, that really depends on the type of chicken. So you can freeze a whole chicken in a deep freeze for up to a year. Chicken parts can be frozen for up to 6 months, and ground chicken and cooked chicken for 3 months. So thank you. And go to manitobachicken.ca to our cooking school page, and we have a perfect little chart that tells you exactly how long you can freeze all the different kinds of chicken. Oh, we have a question from Sylvia. She wants to know how many producers there are in Manitoba. Well, do you know that answer?
I think it's 126, 27.
Yeah, of broiler chicken farmers. And then, of course, we have our hatching egg farmers, the farmers that raise the roosters and the hens that lay the fertilized eggs. And we have 27 of those. So we're very lucky to have that many dedicated farmers right here in our province. Okay, so Claudia, someone is asking and said that it was really interesting to see inside the barn, and they could see the temperature regulator, I guess like the control panel. And they want to know how hard it is to learn all of that technology in order to chicken farm. So is there a big learning curve to it? Is there a lot of science behind it?
I guess it's actually, we have really wonderful people to help us with that. Like the feed companies will help us with that, and the processors will help us, and they would they're easy where we can call them and get access to that. But and then they give us charts as to what day and age, what the temperature should be, so that it's ideal for the chicken. So yeah, so there is a bit of a learning curve there, but it's not hard to go find the right answer from other experts.
Right, so a very supportive community. You all work together to help each other to ensure that there's the best outcome.
Right, yes.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Very nice. That's very nice. Yeah. Someone just asked, what is the best way to use the whole chicken to reduce waste? Well, certainly my favorite weekend meal, I think yours too, is that roast whole chicken. But there's certainly no waste when it comes to whole chicken, because I love to take the bones or the carcass and make a wonderful rich chicken stock. If you don't have time to do that right away, you can freeze the carcass and make stock later, or vice versa. You can boil up those bones and then you can freeze the stock. And then of course, if there is any leftovers, I always roast 2 chickens at once, so I have leftovers, so you can make wonderful recipes like these flatbreads. And if you go onto our website, manitobachicken.ca, we actually have a whole bunch of recipes that you can make with already cooked chicken, so that there's tons of different ways to use those leftovers. So it doesn't have to just be chicken salad sandwiches. Yeah. The flatbreads could go in an air fryer or on the barbecue too. If you follow the instructions for your air fryer, you'd get nice crispy flatbreads, and they can definitely go on the barbecue. So that was a question, if they can be done on the barbecue. Yeah, so one of the questions we have, and maybe you can speak a little bit more, I know Calvin and Kayla were talking about sustainability, but they're just wondering about chicken farming using less energy than maybe some of the other meat commodities.
Yeah, I guess like over the last 40 years, we've actually been able to reduce our carbon footprint just by using less water, and just being more efficient even in how our bird grows and how long it takes for a bird to grow. It's
right.
And even just our natural resources that we use, like our renewable resources that we use to heat our barns and such. So we've come a long ways, and
yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are good questions. It is, again, the science behind that. I know some of our farmers will use the wheat shafts as straw, and so then they'll take that straw and they'll put it on the fields as fertilizer. So nothing is really wasted. It's very scientific in how everything is so well utilized, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah, you farmers are very ingenious, and we're very, very lucky to have all of you farmers working so hard throughout the year to provide all of us with delicious local Manitoba chicken. So I really want to thank you, Claudia, for coming out this evening and sharing all your expertise and knowledge and having fun and cooking these delicious Manitoba chicken recipes with me. And I want to thank all of you for tuning in. And before I sign off, I also want to invite all of you to come out to Discover the Farm this Sunday at the Farm, Food and Discovery Center from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will have all kinds of farmers out there. You can see broiler chickens, laying hens, pigs, dairy cows, and meat farmers from many different commodity groups. There'll also be wonderful free food. There'll be pulled chicken on a bun. So for the first 500 people that come out, there'll be free food for you. So come on out, meet a farmer, learn more about where your food comes from, and have a terrific family outing. It's only about 15 minutes south of Winnipeg on Highway 75 at 1290 Research Station Road. Check our Facebook page and we've got all the information about Discover the Farm. So thank you for joining me to celebrate National Chicken Month, Claudia. It's been such a pleasure to have the opportunity to work with you this evening and share such good information with everyone.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
It was great that I was able to, excuse me, share my story here on with you guys and everyone online.
Thank you very much. So happy National Chicken Month. Thanks to everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.